I don't love Heineken
Here we
as a
go.
normal beer.
Hang on. All right. Okay.
This episode is brought to you by Heineken Double Zero.
Wait, I've actually never had any of the zero
Big
alcohol
ones?
beers, but like I've actually never had alcohol in my entire
Any
life.
of them?
But, no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'm just kidding. But
not the Athletic Brewing. That stuff's
no,
great.
honestly, I've
Ribs.
never. But so the Budweiser one's better than the Heineken one because
I think so far Bud Zero is my favorite. It's also dirt cheap, which is kind of sick. You can get like a 12 pack for like $13, like super cheap.
damn,
Heineken was on sale, so I got that one. Athletics, I think, is the best one. They have like a light beer, and it genuinely is like tastes like a light beer.
Yeah.
Honestly, this Heineken tastes like normal Heineken. I just don't really like Heineken, so I think that's maybe the issue.
Heineken in Amsterdam is great, though.
Yeah,
I will say I know
like a Guinness difference.
Big
It's like Guinness in Ireland. Yeah.
No problem,
Yeah.
Reed.
Yeah.
Amsterdam,
World
That's like-
traveler, dude.
That's
World
like
traveler.
me being like, and this is a true story, but I'm like, the only Guinness I like is when I was in Ireland at the.
all right,
Oh.
all right, guys.
Here, I'm gonna one up you
We're a
again.
big
Here,
deal.
I'm just gonna
All right, let's
keep
go.
painting myself as an asshole.
Keep
So,
going, dude.
when I was in London a couple months
Not
ago,
hard.
the Guinness did taste better over there. I will say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 'cause do you know it's
That's not
factually-
Ireland, Reed.
I
no,
know.
there's a pipe underneath the ground. It just pipes it from the factory over there. You know that?
Is it from Ireland?
Are you
Yeah,
joking or are you being serious?
No, I'm dead serious. It's like
Okay.
right next
That's
to the.
actually not true, Ben. That's not even. Do you think Ireland's got an underground pipe straight to the Guinness
Yeah,
brewery
yeah.
that just
They're working.
distributes to all of the bars?
It's like a
They're
gas
working- they're-
pipeline from U.S. to
They're
Europe.
working on the one to the U.S. right now, dude.
Oh
It's going
man.
under the ocean. Yo,
Oh, man. So
priorities,
it's not
baby.
fiber optic cables or for
No,
oil. It's just
Guinness.
for Guinness. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
it's a-
priority.
A direct main line.
Well, you know what's crazy about Guinness too is I heard the fact that it's like I think it's 200 calories per Guinness. I think
It's not much as you would think being a stout.
which
Because a
is
regular stout would
crazy.
be a lot more.
No, Guinness is. This is what's funny about like stouts in general. Like obviously, there's tons of different styles, but Guinness is so light and so
Mhm.
like easy. But when you see it and it's jet black and it's got the foam top, and you're just like, holy shit, it looks like so heavy. But dude, it's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like.
It's so
refreshing is the wrong word, maybe, because I don't
just
know.
used
Like,
it.
Yeah, it's like a meal.
Read the word you just used wrong. Well, no, it's not. It doesn't hit like stouts and like microbrewery stouts now are like Oreo sludge bucket.
Yeah, you're
you
like,
know?
dude,
I
dude,
can't
you-
do the imperial
It's
stout.
like-
It's too
Dude,
much.
It's
for me.
disgusting.
crazy,
It tastes like
dude.
literal. You pour it out
Motor
like
oil.
slow.
It's like motor
It's
oil,
like
dude.
slow.
You
It's
could run
gross.
your car on that shit, dude. It's
Everyone does
crazy.
imperial stouts, but like Guinness is just a stout, and like OG, just a good stout is really nice. So
It
anyway,
is.
hey, welcome to Drums.
You know what's crazy? Actually, one more thing about the beer thing.
Forget drums.
And I
So I think isn't the beer industry like it's almost like people don't really care about beer anymore? Is that a thing?
it's going down.
Yeah, it's like
way
going down.
fast.
A lot of
It's-
alcohol in general, not just beer. But
Oh,
yes,
the
we were
whiskey
beer
talking
is
about that
gonna-
last night. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were discussing it. It's like this generation. I think it's cool, but it's like
Nah, dude,
Everyone's
they don't
kinda
have any
like-
fun. No one has any fun anymore.
yeah, no one
dude.
parties anymore.
Do you
Everyone's
think that
boring.
pendulum will swing back though? I feel like
Yeah,
it
oh,
will.
dude,
Event-
people are gonna-
eventually.
Dude,
It all
everyone's
went
gonna
to
get
waste.
hammered soon, dude. It's gonna
But like seltzers took over for a while because like the healthier option. It was like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm
Was
off
it,
beer.
though?
We drink seltzer. I mean, it is technically.
But what's in a seltzer?
I'm gonna get
It's,
cancer
it's,
from it one day. We're gonna find out. It's so because I drink so much of that stuff.
What do you drink? Which one do you drink?
I like actually the Publix brand is pretty good.
They have their
Oh,
own-
you're not
Waterloo-
talking, he's not talking about hard. He's
Oh,
talking
I'm
about
talking
just
about
like
hard seltzer.
Oh, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this, yeah. Never mind.
Oh yeah, you know LaCroix has rat poison in it. Apparently, I mean, I'm not.
Are you
I'm
kidding
off
me?
record, but like that's the thing you read about.
Apparently, there's
Like,
some weird ingredient in there. You're right, Ben.
Oh, great.
I think we're gonna get hit with
Just
like a
let my
cease and desist,
kids-
but
Yeah, we can bleep that out.
Yeah, we-
so my alcoholic seltzer of choice. I like the High Noons for what they are.
well,
I just think
White
it tastes
Claw's
like
malt
chemicals.
liquor.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like
it
the
is.
White Claw. It
I
has
think all
that
of them are actually.
malt
No,
liquor.
no. I mean the
No,
High
it's
Noons
vodka.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure. All right.
And
or
then
like the tequila ones.
ranch water. I like that's tequila based.
Hey guys, welcome to Drums.
We're going to discuss booze for 5 minutes straight.
Oh,
you guys want to? Hey, let's just jump into voicemails.
are we doing it?
Hey,
Yeah, why not? Fuck it,
Okay.
right? I mean,
Wow.
keep it.
Reed
I-
Reed wants
dude,
a little bit more runway before we go
No,
to
I like
voicemails.
it.
Well, let's bring up another topic that we talked about me and Nate at least talk about how much we say the F-bomb too much. And,
Yeah, we're sorry.
I'm sorry. And I'm also sorry to my mom. I know you listen
I'm
to this
so
and I'm
fucking
sorry.
Sorry,
my mom's gonna
moms.
enjoy that one.
Sorry.
I mean, honestly,
you
though,
can bleep it.
No, it's okay.
It's funny
What?
because
Doesn't mind.
I
My
don't
mom's
feel like
very
we
cool
curse
about
that
it.
much. We don't curse that much in general, and I don't feel like I think about it. But when we're all on here and it's like we're just going,
yeah,
I
we're
feel
just
like
yeah.
sometimes you cannot replace a well placed.
Yeah, but they're not usually well
Yeah,
placed.
say it.
They're not well placed though. We're just like over here like fucking hell yeah, man.
No, I just mean like when you're like excited about something or you're saying something funny, like it's the funniest thing to me
dude.
because if you're telling a story and you're like you can tell you're about to curse,
Yeah.
and then you curb it, you're like that wasn't as funny.
Yeah.
Pull it back, you're like, damn, not as cool.
I try not to curse too much.
Yeah, we know, man.
Reed,
we know.
you're the only one, dude. We get it.
But do you not?
It's not even I try as much anymore. I just have it now. I kind of just didn't
Well, you
do it
still
much.
you just don't want to go to hell.
No, that's exactly the reason.
You're just terrified, dude, the whole time.
I'm too scared, guys.
Wait.
I'm too scared.
Yo, actually, now that you bring it up,
where we teach Reed how to curse.
Now that you bring it up, I'm terrified, guys. Can we?
This episode's sponsored by Focus on the Family.
Is it?
Oh my god.
Okay, we have to go to voicemail now.
Also, we got to go to voicemail now. But you know what?
I hope there's so many cursing in
here's
the
the thing. I gotta put a PSA out there about the voicemails. Some people leave the longest voicemail.
Well, we can edit them. Let's just cut them out.
Know. It went from people calling me at like 3:30 in the morning, being like, "Hey, man,
like your podcast, bro."
Yeah. But then it went from like the people like leaving like this one is 2 minutes long.
Oh my god! All right, let's hear it. I'm ready.
So that's why you want to start too soon. We have like 30 minutes worth of voicemail.
No, it's not even that. We only have 2. But I also, as professional as I am, I'm going to start this and just make sure the levels are right. but here we go. Ready?
I'm so ready.
All right, here we go.
Hello, my name.
Turned it up.
Start over.
Too quiet, Ben.
All right, here. Let's jam.
Hello, my name is Joey Macasero from Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm a recent fan of the podcast, with or without Jordan, and I'm a longtime fan of the respective bands that all 3 of you have been in.
Thank you.
Ben and Reed are actually the reason I play CNC, and Nate is the reason I play Minel.
Wow.
Anyhow, I wanted to ask some questions that will spark some debate, but I want to provide some context before.
Let's go.
I'm in a
Let's
band
get
in Colorado, and we've always been in or around the DIY scene. And besides drumming, I've always been in charge of booking shows, which is something I love to do too. We get to play great shows with our peers and sometimes with bigger bands, but that's because the community is just so supportive and great here. One thing I've noticed is that it's become harder, if not impossible, to play with the bigger bands. Like, I get it. There are tour packages and no local openers, and why have a local opener if you need to make money? But in the same music scene of bands in your guys' peer group and outside of like nostalgic tours, it's pretty well known amongst like my peers that Rice and Thursday and now Under Oath and Say Anything are like the tip of the spear because they're always pursuing new artists to go on tour with them.
Is there a question here?
I think it in turn has allowed them to have like a newer fan base that's younger, which is cool. So my questions for anyone who wants to answer is,
you want us to take you on tour?
Why does it seem like that there's this attitude amongst bands of your peer group? And 2, what will it take for smaller bands to cross your radar? And 3,
money.
Would any of the bands that either of you are in want to delve into what the DIY music scene is now? Look forward to hearing from you. Bye. Thank you.
I'm just glad he didn't ask about Sleep Token.
I'll be completely honest.
Well, first off, wait, what was his name again? Josh?
Yes.
No. Everyone saves Josh to me.
My name is Joey.
Joey. Close. I was close. Well, I think there's this common misconception, like this whole, like, it's coming from the band, like that we don't want to, like how he said that, like there's an attitude of not wanting a local opener or whatever. I don't know about y'all, but like I have very little to do with that. Like as far as like any of that stuff goes, unless I specifically am like, oh, we're playing this city and my friend's band is there, I want them to open or something like that. As far as that goes, I feel like I don't like, it's a booking agent, it's our manager. We'll weigh in to like who's on the tour, but there really just isn't that. I mean, not to like be discouraging, but to hop on like a big tour and open isn't really a thing anymore. It's true. Like, and it wasn't really a big thing even back in the day. I mean, every tour that I would go see, there was a package. Every once in a while, there'll be like a local opener, but that's not like a prominent thing. And
well, yeah, but I mean, it's a different time now too, but also, I mean, there's also the side of it too, where you kind of also have to get in a van and just play.
Yep. No one wants to do that
You got a tour,
anymore.
dude. No, I mean, well, it's also like, you kind of have to, like, local thing is cool, but I mean, if you really want people to, because a lot of the times too, what I've learned is a lot of these people, booking agents and all that stuff, they want to see you do
working.
They want to see you do
like
the
what
thing.
you do on your own already. Obviously there's like, you try and break some artist where it's like, oh, they have a clip on TikTok or some shit. But I feel like if you're in a band and you want that, you really do just have to keep playing shows.
With
like,
the
and you
prove
can't
it too,
only play in your own city. Like that's important too. Like
I think
everyone starts there. But eventually you just kind of have to make a decision and be like, yo, do we want to go get in a van and not make money and be gone for a few weeks? It's like, but again, you're seeing that way less these days. I think just because the internet, everyone wants to sound like an old person, but everyone just wants to break by putting a song on SoundCloud and hopefully they get signed to a major and never, you know what I mean? Like everyone wants to skip a huge step, but the DIY scene, the hardcore DIY scene is very alive and well here in Florida. And
it's everywhere.
It's crushing. Like, and I think that's like the only genre still that is okay with that.
Yeah. But I think you need to also have a pretty deep conversation with yourself of like, what do you actually want out of this? Cause like, what is, I guess, your definition of like your band's success? Like, what do you guys want, like, what is it? Cause I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, you could be brought out on a tour opening for a much bigger band than you might be, but that's just one tour. You might get
played in front of a lot of people, but
it doesn't mean it's going to bring more. You kind of have to like, it's not just that, I guess is what I'm saying. But I mean,
look, that was my experience. In the band Tall Heart, we did well locally, grew, had bigger shows, and ultimately Dan Sandshot, Equal Vision, flew down to see us in St. Pete play a show. And it was the perfect show for him to see. It was sold out. We played. It was just an awesome time. And he looked at us. He said he was excited about what we were doing, but we didn't have the experience going out on the road yet. Ultimately, he's like, you have to get in a van. We want to see you at least just rough it for a bit and make sure you're not going to implode going through that.
And then you imploded.
Well, we did later. But yeah, we had to basically just put our time in and be in a van together, no trailer, sleep on floors wherever we could. And ultimately we got taken out on some tours, opening for Say Anything. And Amberlin, I think, was the very first who actually gave us a shot. And we're very lucky because, I mean, Nate, you and I have known each other for years and you didn't have to do that. So we were very fortunate to have you guys give us our first shot at playing shows like that. And then and then it all imploded after that. But, it is what it is.
Now Zach, what's his face, is posting about your old band.
Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
Zach Bryan keeps posting in his stories a Tall Heart song, which also my brother-in-law did the art, which I think is sick.
Yes.
Did he come from that scene? Did he come from like, how old is he? Is he from like
He's our age. Yeah. I think he's a little younger even. Yeah.
I feel like he's younger.
And he did come from that world because our manager, Josh, manages Mayday Parade, and Josh recently posted a tweet from Zach Bryan that was like, nothing hits like this Mayday Parade album, and it was from like 2016 or something.
Holy cow.
But he I think he came from that from that world. There's a lot of bigger bands and like bigger artists that you don't realize. Like Post Malone was fully into like heavier stuff, like out in Texas. And even
Halsey's another one too.
Yeah, Matt Healy, the singer for 1975.
Yeah, huge emo head.
Were huge. Yeah, dude. He's like likes Amberlin, big Acceptance fan. He follows Copeland. He's full on in loved Dashboard. Like he was like in that world.
Yeah, that's fun.
Anyway, it's always fascinating.
So Zach Bryan, if you're listening, prove Joey wrong and take Tall Heart on tour. Let's do that.
Take Tall Heart. Come on the pod. Come on the pod first.
What's funny is he didn't just post it once. He posted it twice, like weeks apart or like a month apart. That's pretty crazy. It really is the weirdest thing. Think about that. He's like one of the biggest like country.
It's not that they're good. It's good music though. I mean, it's
I released it 12, 13 years ago.
But that's
crazy.
I know, it's crazy because it's like our homies in Tampa. Like I just think that's I don't know. Out of all the fucking bands,
our homie's the drummer.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying like I think about Reed and I grew up together for the most part, and it's like think about how big the world is, America, all the bands, all the styles of music. My brother-in-law did the cover and the artwork because he's an artist.
That's true. Yeah,
about Justin Nelson,
and he's just posting to millions of people like, I love this song, and I'm like, that's crazy. That's like, what are the odds or percentages of all that stuff?
Dude, what if he reignites Tall Heart, dude?
This is why life is wild.
Hey, he should cover that song. That'd be awesome.
Well, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
He would make it better, I think.
Yeah.
You sue his ass.
Yeah. Cease and desist.
Hey, do we have any more voicemails?
Yeah, we have another one. There's one more. You want to go? You want to? All right, Jesus, dude. So
no, we answered it.
We're having a good conversation. No.
We answered Joey's question.
Thanks, Joey, for calling in.
Thank you, Joey.
You're staying warm in Colorado Springs.
Also, keep at it, man. And also, I'm glad your scene is thriving and everyone is.
That rules.
That's like honestly, in my opinion, that's like the most important thing. I coming up from a scene that actually like everyone supported each other was like still one of the best things I was ever involved in. So,
agreed.
That's very cool. Here's another one. Ready?
We're ready.
Yo, what up, dudes? This is Scotty from Tampa. Hello, Reed. Hello, Nate. Hey, Ben.
Oh, Scotty.
I was just listening to y'all's latest episode and wanted to call and say that I was there that night of Nate's Helmet solo at Night of Destiny. And I just wanted to say that you all unlocked a memory that I completely forgot about. And I thought that was the coolest shit ever when I was a kid. And I still, to this day, remember that kick solo, that double kick solo that he played.
So sick.
And yeah, I just wanted to say that love the show. And yeah, see y'all later.
So sick.
That is amazing.
That's so sick. I've known Scotty forever. He was in Tall Heart, wasn't he?
No, but we played shows together.
Oh. I just blew.
That's so funny. Full circle.
Like a guitar.
Yeah.
I thought he was in. Maybe I thought he was in the band for a second.
Tommy played with Scotty.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Tommy Steele. And yeah. So we were in the same kind of scene together.
That's
starting
right,
out. But yeah, Scotty, love you, dude. That's hilarious that you witnessed that moment.
God, that is so funny. I love that you remember the name of it. He said Night of Destiny. Was the name of the talent show. That was the talent show.
That's a crazy
Night of Destiny. The Night of Destiny.
Wait, but he brought up a little nugget. It was double kick because you.
Oh yes, I didn't. You're right. Good catch.
Well, so I remember.
Explain yourself.
I kind of remember this. I remember the solo a little bit. So when I was doing the kick while they're like, I was just keeping it going while they were like lightening it. But as soon as I got the flame,
you're like, let's go.
The crowd went wild. Yeah, that is when I was like, all right, y'all ready for this? And just straight, all that, dude. That was it.
Oh man.
Dude, you know what's really funny about double kick is I got one probably when I was 16, and I was and I think I've talked about it. I so badly wanted to be good at it, and I think deep down inside I was like, I'll never be good at this because I'm just right off the bat I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I think I had the same thoughts as you, Ben. I just didn't have the drive. I wasn't confident enough.
I was decent at it for a bit, for sure. Like, but I quickly, once I started playing with like Amberlin and stuff, there was no reason for it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could even get anywhere close anymore. My left foot sucks in general anyway.
Yeah.
Like, as in, like, some people do like sick stuff with their hi-hat. Like, while
do you keep time with your left foot?
Yeah, but I'm not on a hi-hat. Y'all see me.
Yeah, you're like your shit
everywhere.
Your shit is crooked, dude. Dude, when I was like, yo, somebody fix that stand when I saw you last, and they were like, no, that's how it is, and I was like, what?
Yeah, but I don't keep time on my. I think it's because I all these years just never did that. I would just like stomp my foot everywhere else but the hi-hat. So now when I try,
but do you keep time? Even not? I'm not saying not even on the hi-hat, but like even wherever your foot is, do you keep time, or is it just like,
I mean, that it's always like moving, it's always bobbing and stuff, but I think if it was on a hi-hat,
you're always bobbing. Yeah.
Always bobbing.
Sometimes when I record, especially with TJ, he's like, dude, are you keeping time with your left foot? And I'm like, I was like, I think so. He's like, can you not do that? And I was like,
that's so hard not to. I would have a really hard time doing that.
Do you keep steady time with your left foot?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
On the hi-hat. So if you're like on
even when I'm on the hi-hat, it just like keeps opening.
Dude, how does that work? Hey, here, I want to talk about something. I think I'm going to do this. I just saw.
I love this. Yeah, dude. What do you got now?
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's hear it.
This is so dumb.
Yeah.
All right. Normal hi-hat on my right. So like left. I'm getting an always closed hi-hat on my right. It's fully closed. No, so on verses, I got my right hand open. I want it right by my right.
I kind of back this. It's a little fusiony to me, but I kind of back it.
Yeah.
I'm not actually going to do that.
Are you really?
You're not? How sick would it be if you knew
you should do it?
Because here's what's annoying. I hate when I'm going to a verse and it's like a tight hi-hat. I hate having to put my foot anywhere near the hi-hat.
Like, we know this, dude. We know.
I know, but
it's literally
when I have
the opposite side of your left foot. Your hi-hat.
I have to push it down to keep it tight. I'm like, this sucks. And then when it's open, I can never get the space where I think it's perfect. It's either a little too close and it's not loud enough, or it's too open. So I'm like, I want to find the perfect thing, set it and never touch it.
Set it and forget it.
Do one on the right and tighten that, so I know what opens like and I know what tight's like. Just swap them.
You know what I like about this though? I feel like you've been practicing this for a few weeks now, and me and Reed are like, nah, that's not cool, man. You're like, fuck.
Oh, I don't give a shit what y'all think.
Well, we know that.
That's really funny.
Anyway,
I had something I wanted to talk about.
What do you got, dude?
Let's go, Reed.
So I've been watching the show Squid Games on Netflix, if you're familiar. And obviously it's in Korean, so you can't really, as a dumb American like myself, I don't understand it, so I have to have the subtitles. But I always use subtitles even for shows or movies in English. I want to know if you guys do that as well.
When you cross over 30, Reed, it's like you must. I don't have a strong opinion. I don't have a strong opinion. I don't sometimes. It honestly depends on the show, because like certain movies are fine, but like some shows it moves too quick, and I'm like, if it's like, also with my most recent hearing issues, I've had subtitles on every single time, so I've gotten more used to it because I would have to turn it up to like 60 to be able to hear it. And I remember Angela was like, this is so loud. I was like, all right, just turn on subtitles.
Yeah.
Anytime I go over to like other people's houses and sometimes they do it, and
I think that drives you crazy.
A little bit, but then also I'm like, oh, this is sort of helpful, but I just catch myself
reading the whole time.
Just reading the whole time. So I'm like, and they're like, did you just see that? I'm like,
no, I was reading. Ben's eyes. I will say it's like, without being like, oh, we watch a lot of foreign movies, but like Angela and I watch enough to where, but like if it's there, like that doesn't bother me at all. But I think turning them on for just like English stuff, it gets annoying. Like, I think that's maybe when I'm too like, I'm trying to listen, I'm trying to read, I'm trying to watch. I'm like, I just want to hang out.
Yeah.
Christian's that way. Christian will be like, can you turn on subtitles? Like anyone's watching something in the front lounge, he just like, this is the only way I watch anything. Yeah. He drives him crazy. Someone will be like, what'd they say? And he's like, we would know if there were subtitles on.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, you know, it's crazy now. If you do, I saw on somebody's phone, not mine, but if you do like, I think FaceTime, it'll do subtitles at the top.
Like transcribe what you're saying?
Transcribe what the other person is saying.
In real time?
In real time.
Wow. Whoa. I mean, actually for work, you can do that on Zoom now. You can transcribe the call and have a record of it.
Probably do that for this because sometimes
it's actually shockingly good. Yeah, we should do that. Huh?
Sometimes I listen back to these podcasts and it's just like I hear myself and I'm like,
I still have never finished one episode of our podcast.
You've never listened to any podcast. You don't even know what you're doing.
I got to keep it that way. I don't.
Yeah.
This is a podcast.
You're like, what is?
People listen to this.
Oh, speaking of listeners, we need,
more listeners.
Well, should we have a listener? Sorry, are we having a listener come on?
Oh yeah, do we want to do that right now? But I guess logistically, so we're trying out a new thing.
We have a new segment.
Yeah, we have a new segment.
Do we have a name for the segment?
Yeah, Nate coined it. Yeah, what is it?
Oh no, yeah. So we have a new segment where we have our good friend Louis D. Fabrizio on. And it's a quick hot take from Louis.
Literally whatever he wants to talk about.
He gets 5 minutes total.
4 minutes or 5 minutes?
Well, look, I think the total amount should be 5 minutes because he's got to ask, he's got to have his take on it.
Yeah.
But the segment is called A Little Lou Do Ya. And every solo episode that we do without a guest, Lou will have an appearance for at least 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and he's in. He's committed.
Yeah, he's
I was like, look, dude, if we're doing this, you can't miss a week. And he was like, I'm in. He's like psyching.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
right, so we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back, and then we'll bring him back. He'll bring him back ever. And we're back.
Welcome.
I'm here.
Louis, I haven't seen you in like a decade. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. You look fantastic.
This is Lou's Make-A-Wish. This is Lou's Make-A-Wish, dude.
This is.
Holy shit.
I actually, the reason why I'm here is I did do blood work, and my GoFundMe will be live on the link.
Put in the show notes.
Holy shit. All right, drop the link.
What do you got for it?
Yeah, you got 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, you got.
I like it. Wow, my 5 went to 2.5.
Yeah, definitely.
Jeez Louise.
No, I said 4.5. I said 4.5.
All right, that's fine. What do I have?
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, me and Nate were hanging out, and it was funny. Nate came up the stairs with like a 12-pack of beer, and I was like, oh, man, I'm not drinking. Like, this going to be a weird hang? And then all of a sudden, I see him like crushing, and I'm like, are those zeros? He's like, yeah, I'm kind of off the sauce for a second. I'm like, dude, he's like, am I being a bummer? I'm like, dude, and I just pull up a bottle of non-alcoholic tequila. And I'm just like, wow, how the mighty fallen that here we are with non-alcoholic tequila and Bud Zeros.
Just rock music.
Is the NA tequila good? I haven't tried that before.
I'll be honest. I went to a party and my wife brought it to the party and I was like, hide it. I don't want anyone to see it. Right. And then I'm like, there was like fancy glasses. So I got a fancy glass. I put like a nice ice cube and then she fixed me up with this drink. And I was like, yo, this is pretty fucking good. By the end of the party, I'm like gathering everyone around. We're doing shots of the NA tequila. And I was like, I never realized I had a problem until I stopped drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, but Lou, dude, you left the bottle at the studio here in Atlanta, and I was like,
I did.
And I was like, what is this? And I opened it up, dude. I took a whiff of that stuff. It smells so bad. It's
What's funny is at one point I was tracking drums and I'm on my 4th Bud Zero, like I got a problem. And I look over and Louis is pouring non-alcoholic tequila in his styrofoam cup. And we look like straight up like we just have a problem, but we realize we just like a fun time. We like the ritual. We like the whole process. But I was like, it's so fun because we're like recording sick music, Lou's writing like such good songs. And it felt so like rock and roll, but the least rock and roll actual thing ever. And then we're just like, oh, dude, it killed me. So especially seeing him pour it in his styrofoam
dude,
cup.
Nate,
like,
show him right now. Show him right now. Look,
I'm already on my third bottle.
Wow.
I should go get.
Where's the tequila bottle, Lou?
It's upstairs.
Oh my!
It's in the control room. Yeah,
you can't disturb him.
What's great? Me and Nate are talking, and we're like, yeah, so and so kind of like drinks a lot. We're like, yeah, can you believe it? And then we're like, here we are, the NA. We're like, oh my gosh, we are fucking junkies. We are insane people. And now I have this whole new wave of guilt. I'm like, wait, I'm still having fun with the NA tequila.
I could have been doing this forever.
I'm like, I've shaved 10 years off of my life from what I've done.
Hell yeah.
And now I'm like, I could have just been doing this. Are you kidding me? I'm like, so that's my take.
That's great.
I love it. Our first sponsor, first should be Lou Moves You, and then non-alcoholic tequila.
Oh yeah, Danny Trejo or Trejo.
Trejo?
Danny Trejo. Trejo. Trejo.
Yeah. So bad. I'm like, Nate was out of like the zeros, and I'm like, yo, you want me to make a zero run?
A zero run. Zero run is you coined a phrase, dude. Zero run.
Zero run.
Who's doing the zero run?
The other thing
wait, I got a question. Can you drink can you drink it while you're driving?
Yeah. Oh, I do.
I think so.
No,
Nate, I do.
This, well, I used to. Oh. This looks like a beer.
He's got another one.
Yeah.
No, this is the other. I finished this. Look, guys, I will drive with this and not give a shit.
Damn, your hand looks huge, dude. Doesn't that kind of look that fun?
Hey, can I just say huge hands are my thing, Ben?
Yeah,
all right, my bad.
Yeah, it's everyone knows.
Stay in your lane, Ben.
Sorry, guys.
Big hands are my thing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. No disrespect, Lou.
I'm trying to get sponsored, dude.
Yeah, let's go, dude. Heineken, if you're listening, Budweiser. Actually,
I'm sure they're all
Budweiser.
listening.
Are you listening right
Athletic
now?
Brewing, whoever. We'll take anyone.
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like the advertising for the non-alcoholic beverages would be, you can drive with this. Like, kind of,
but I don't like. I don't know if you can. That's why it's funny,
this, dude. Your kids can have this.
You still get carded for this, though.
Do you get carded?
I mean, maybe the people don't know. Like, they're just like, this is beer. But I've been carded almost every time I buy this, and because I look so young.
Always.
You do look carded.
Dude, dude. Seriously, dude. They're like, how do you grow a mustache at that age, dude? That's insane.
It's penciled in.
I can't. It's bad. I look like a sex offender if I grow facial hair.
Dude, yeah. Reed, you haven't aged in like 20 years.
Reed grows that mustache and now he has to go knock on doors.
Yeah. Oh God.
He just moved into the neighborhood.
That's all right. No. Oh, you're on a list.
Was I just a part of like an edited version of Drums?
Yeah. This isn't going to come out, Lou. You just like you hopped on for no reason. Like we're just letting us.
My final take is
what's your closing thoughts, dude?
The NA stuff, it's weird. It's kind of a confidence booster because I can kind of hang without being fucked up. Mm-hmm. Then it's also tears you down because oh my gosh, I can't hang without some sort of synthetic
placebo,
booze or whatever.
I don't care.
And then you start feeling like a junkie. So I was like, as soon as Nate rolled up with it, I was like, yes, I am in. I have a question for you, unless I've gone over time.
No, fine. Go for it.
So when Nate went to track drums yesterday, I see him go in the room and I look at the coffee table and I feel like this is a drummer question. I could not believe how much stuff he took off before he recorded.
I'm the only one that
accessorizes
like that.
It was like,
yo, I don't wear rings, dude. Yeah,
a watch.
Yeah.
It looked
like
watches.
A fucking. No,
it's my nest.
It's
my rig.
I'm much more simple than that. I got my wedding ring. I'll have a watch, and then my wallet and my phone. And keys.
Look like Thanos.
Those are the things I'd remove.
Yeah, dude.
You look like Thanos.
You did look like Thanos.
One ring to rule them all, dude.
I wear all. Taking off, man.
What? I'm not taking. I don't take shit off, dude. Yeah, I take my clothes off.
And his shoes. Don't forget his shoes.
I do take my shoes off. I guess that's my ring. I take my shoes off.
You can slam those shoes on the coffee table.
Yeah. Everyone's like, "This is gross. What are you doing?"
Can you imagine being like, "Dude, I'm such a good drummer, but hold on, let me take my shoes off." The most vulnerable thing ever. Look at my toes and watch me rip.
No, that's my power move, dude.
At least
that's my power move.
My Jordan, like, oh yeah, dude, that's it.
Check these.
Let me untie this double knot.
Check these Frodo ass feet out, and.
I think you have handsome feet.
I don't
want to. I don't want to take too much time because I want to be invited back.
Yeah. Thank you for Lou Moose for sponsoring this episode. If you live in New York City, hit him up.
Yeah.
Wow, it actually became an ad.
Yeah.
That's dope. Thank you.
Oh well, you're gonna get our invoice too, though. So don't worry about it.
Oh man.
All right, Lou.
Thanks,
Lou. All right, fellas.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for letting me.
Yeah. And we're back.
Thank you, Lou.
Yeah, thanks, Lou.
Thanks, Lou. Does he prefer Lou or Lewis?
I think it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I switch
next time.
back and forth.
Yeah.
All right.
Big L.
I usually call him Lou.
Yeah.
What'd you just say?
I call him Big L, but I don't think anybody calls him that.
Big L.
So what do you guys want to talk about now?
I was gonna. I'm trying to think. No, I don't have anything. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought I did. I was gonna bring up. You know what? I watched him.
He legit just spit out his NA beer.
Just made me laugh so hard.
I do like how this.
No, I don't got anything.
No, I wait. I do like how this episode has been basically about non-alcoholic.
That's it.
Beverages.
Luke came on, didn't know that we just talked about it,
and
just doubled down on
funny.
it. It's sad. It's satisfying. Like, I know it's funny because I'm like crushing these, and everyone. It's like we look like addicts last night, just like. But it's a nice thing to be like. I like the ritual. I like the taste. I like the process. Like I've always said this. Like I'm such a beverage like person. My daughter called me out this morning because I had a drip coffee, an orange juice, water, and a cappuccino. She's like, "Look at all your drinks."
Oh my gosh.
But I've always been that way. Like if I go have brunch, I literally am like, Bloody Mary, coffee, mimosa, water. Like so it's like, I don't know what it is, but I just.
Sure.
I'm a beverage guy too.
I love
not to your extreme, but I
this always sounds funny, but like oral fixation is like, that's why even this is like nothing. There's like it's like 0.5%. Like it doesn't even do anything, but I've just always, I want to be drinking something.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why it's a miracle that I dodged heaters for so long or forever.
Yeah.
Cigarettes. Rita's like, what the hell's a heater?
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell's a heater?
Yeah, Reed's like, eaters.
Hey,
I just found out about Zyn, and so I'm learning a lot these days.
Zyn, I cannot partake.
Dude, Reed, dude,
I didn't know what
Zyn. Come on, dude. You literally live under a rock, dude. It's kind of crazy, dude.
Quick story on Zans, and we should have people weigh in on this because so many of my homies do Zans, right?
Yeah, me too.
It just became FDA approved.
So it's good for you.
Yeah, it's great for you now.
Well, nicotine is good for you, like the actual nicotine, but not through the vehicle of cigs. And look it up. It's good for your nervous system. It's good for your brain.
It's like
nicotine is a nicotine, but no one to be able to ingest it.
It's a stimulant. Yeah.
It's like coffee. It calms you too. Like, but it also, for me, that's why when people I'm stressed, I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a smoker, it instantly calms you down.
Yeah. You just skyrocket my blood pressure, though.
So the only time, for real, the only time that I ever threw up at King State, this is a funny story, because like out of all the parties we've done, all the stuff, I've never pushed it too far where I'm like, we were like middle of the day. I think I had a glass of wine, and we were having a meeting outside, like with our team, and we're like in the sun. It's pretty hot. It wasn't like summer, but it was like, nice-ish, but if you're in the sun, it's obviously hot. And my buddy Kurt was like, "Yo, do you want a Zyn?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" Like, I've never had one, and it was like 6%, which is so high, and I didn't even think anything of it.
Yeah, that's high. Yeah.
I put it in my mouth, and I'm like finishing my glass of wine, and we're like talking. I feel fine, and dude, it out of nowhere, I'm like, oh my God. I start like spinning like crazy. I start sweating.
Cold sweats.
Dude, I was trying to like focus, and I was like, they were talking, and dude, I was so dizzy that I was like, I instantly took it out.
Yeah.
But dude, I couldn't recover. And I was like, I gotta get up. And I got up, and I was literally like, barely made it into the bathroom. It was just like, bleh, just like everywhere because I was so, dude. And then
at that point, you want to throw up. You probably
100%.
terrible.
I felt better, after you throw up. I drove home, and it like came back. I laid on the couch for like an hour. I was like literally just like sitting there with like a rag on my head. I was like, dude, so I've never touched it since then. And there's lower ones, but I've never liked that kind of thing. Chewing tobacco, any dip. It's always been kind of
Have you done it, Ben? I've never tried it.
I tried Lucy, ever Lucy? That's like it's a gum company. It's the same thing. It's just gum.
Okay.
I tried it, and the same thing happened to me, dude. For like 10 to 15 minutes, I was like, I feel incredible. And then it just nosedive, dude. And I was like, and then same thing. I was like, oh, I think I'm dying. Like that kind of thing. With cold sweat.
It gives you that high where you're like, oh, I feel good, and then all of a sudden you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
Yo, my dad said back in the day, they would all chew so much and like dip, like whatever football players, whatever, and they would get so immune to it because obviously if you do, that's why like people that smoke cigs like never really get that rush again. Because you smoke them so much. My dad said in the 70s and 80s, they used to take razor blades and barely cut the inside of their lip.
What?
So it would get into their bloodstream faster so they would feel the effects of it. He said everyone. They would just
why?
Like this, you give yourself a little cut, and then you put chew in, so the nicotine's just like straight into your system.
Dude,
our new podcast is about vices.
Yeah, we're just
drinking. We're like, what else can we talk about?
Well, I mean,
hey, I got a random question.
But yeah,
it's about drums, though, so I think we'll get back on track.
Okay.
Do you think you could or would ever like teach lessons? Either one of you or Ben, like, do you ever think have you ever thought about it?
Yeah, I've tried.
You have?
It's very difficult. I see
a lot of drummers, like big drummers that are like, hey, we teach lessons. Some of it's like virtual, like they kind of like go that route. And I've seen people make like good money from it too. Cause people obviously were like, dude, I'd love a lesson from, a really good drummer. I was just curious if it's ever something that you have thought about, or you're like, because I think to teach, it takes such a specific personality. You have to be so patient, and so you got to explain it well. I was just always curious because I feel like I would be okay at the teaching aspect. Like I feel like I'm pretty like patient, like, even with like my kids and stuff, be able to like, but I don't know where I would start. You know what I mean? I'd be like, if someone was struggling or is like, I don't know this, like it'd be hard
with like the fundamentals.
Yeah. Like, it's like, should you start with rudiments? Should you start with the beat? Like that is where I think I would get hung up and, struggle with it.
I'm glad I took lessons when I first started playing, obviously. I mean, I think it definitely set me up.
It's really important.
Yeah. I mean, giving lessons though I did it once or twice for like a family friend, and it's difficult, man. I give teachers mad credit because it's not easy,
Yeah, people have hit me like, yo, will you teach my son how to play drums? And I'm like, I think I want to, but I just don't know. Like, I don't know. It'd be tough. I think it takes a very special person.
My issue is too, I don't think a lot of these people should be giving lessons, because I genuinely think if you teach somebody the wrong technique early on,
kind of
you're setting them up for like
a lot of pressure,
responsibility. You can't.
It is. I mean, teachers in general, obviously.
Yeah, and also nowadays too, it's like with YouTube and all
YouTube and the internet,
it's pretty nuts. You can you can learn anything.
That's true.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The one exception for me is if either of my kids came to me and said, "I want you to like teach me."
For sure,
I'll like try that, but maybe find an actual teacher at some point if they were really serious about it. But
Dad, will you teach me? No, I'm good.
You don't want that life.
Yeah. You don't want this life. Look at me.
You don't know where I've been.
You could be like me and make a podcast for a few people.
Yeah.
I love doing this.
I love doing it too.
I've said it from the beginning. I'll do it even if no one listens.
No one does listen. I think we do. I mean, we definitely.
Hey, we're getting there. Our numbers are growing.
We were also talking about we've talked about it, but doing a live one would be fun. But
yeah, I think so. We could do it eventually, and I do think trying to do one like Warped Tour or something like actually set up. Cool.
Oh my god, it'd be unhinged. We
have a tent and we just have coolers loaded with NA beers.
Yeah, NA beers, dude.
By our sponsor, Athletic.
Yeah. Sponsor, dude. Be so
dude, it's manifest destiny. If we keep saying it, we're bound to get sponsored.
That's right.
Do you think if there was a cooler full of NA beers, but they weren't labeled NA, the placebo, like it'd be a controlled,
100%.
you know, like,
yes.
Do you think people would
100%.
you think people
no question.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude, placebo is actually a crazy thing because it's like the mind is such a powerful thing that it's like, absolutely. It's the same thing. Like I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
With like coffee where someone's like, oh my gosh, like I need my coffee, and you could give them decaf, and if it tastes the same, they would probably convince themselves they don't have a headache or that's what they need it. You know what I mean? Like it's the mind, dude. It's like
the
mind can convince you so much. Like, and even as a drummer, we've talked about this. If I'm in my head and I think about it too hard and I psych myself out, my like right foot will like physically like not really work.
Yeah.
Like,
no, dude.
And I've seen it fluctuates in a set. Like, dude. I will be like in my head, and I'm not nailing it. And then sometimes if something happens, like in a bad way, like my stick, something, or like my hi-hat, and now I'm thinking about this problem, all of a sudden my right foot's ripping because I'm not thinking. I'm not like convincing myself. So it's like, I think the placebo thing works in so many ways.
Dude,
It's like the most powerful thing.
There was a tour, on the Pink tour, there was like a string of shows where I literally, there was a part that I've played for years. I couldn't play. Like my foot wouldn't do it. And I had no idea why it was happening. And
I'm so glad that you said this because I feel absolutely out of my mind, and it stresses me out.
Dude.
Knowing that happens to other
in that
drummers.
moment, it was like I was like, why can't I do it? It's literally it's not even that hard of a part. It's literally like just
couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. And then I conquered it.
Tour.
I conquered it though.
Hell yeah, of course.
Yeah, I got it. I got it, guys.
I
did it. Yeah,
you were victorious. Well,
it's weird.
Yeah.
Reed, you sound so bummed. Well.
No, I'm just thinking.
This one's unraveling fast.
I don't know. I have no idea what this episode was, but
I don't either.
But we did it.
Sick.
If you made it this far,
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Oh man.
Leave us a voicemail. Leave Ben a voicemail at 3 a.m.
I like the voicemails.
Call me at 3 a.m. Do not call about Sleep Token. Lou, thank you for coming on. You'll be on
see you next week. Not next week, every other.
We have this. Yeah.
Holy shit. We're falling apart. All right. Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. This is the Friday.
New Severance episode tonight.
I thought it was last night. Didn't it come on Thursday?
Friday.
Oh.
Right?
Sponsored by Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Plus, Athletic Beer, Lou Moves You.
I think if we keep saying names, somebody will throw their hat.
Someone will be like, yo, I work for them. That's what's going to be sick. When someone's like, yo, I actually know this person, and they want to give you $10 a year.
What if it's Zen and we all have to? They're like, but you guys have to do them.
But you have to do 2 6%ers the whole time,
and we're just like, oh my god, how you doing, guys?
I don't think it can get any worse. I might as well try it.
Yeah.
There's only up from here.
Well,
anyways,
love you guys.
Love you.
If you
have a good weekend,
we love you, listener.
Monday.
Yeah,
singular
listener. Thank you.
Thank you, listener.
Thanks, Mom.
Cool. All right, thanks, Mom. Love you.
Thank you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. I love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.